Okay, hello Keanu. Okay, please turn on the camera, Keanu, ya, so we can conduct our class more to be more interesting. Let's go. Can you turn on the camera, Keanu?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, welcome to the class, Keanu. So on today we will try to continue for our class, yeah. So on today we will go for the new module, named Module 6, and Lesson 1. We will learn about the web development, especially, yeah. For today we will
Yes.
go for introductions to web development. It's not like the previous lesson. The previous lessons we've learned about 3D games, and for today we will go for the first module, yeah, for the module for the web development. I mean module 6. We will go for introductions to web development. Like just like usual, before we go, Keno, I want to ask about your routine. How was your day, Keno, and was the week?
It was fine. I didn't do anything today. I just stayed at
You,
home.
oh, you don't do anything.
Yep. I just
You
stayed
stay
at
at home.
home. Yep.
Okay, so when you will go abroad, Keno?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. At what time,
Yes.
Keno? At what time?
5 o'clock. At
5
five
o'clock,
o'clock
5
morning.
all morning, 5 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, I see. So you will go to Japan, right?
Yep. Japan.
For how many days, Keanu?
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. Oh, I see. So you will celebrate the New Year's Eve right there.
No, I will celebrate the New Year's Eve here. I will
Oh,
go home at 30 December.
oh, you will go back to home on 30. Oh, I see. I think you will celebrate the New Year's Eve right there. But no, yeah. Okay,
No,
I
no, no.
see. Okay, thank you for the update, Keanu. Hopefully your holiday will be fun, yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, be safety also, and don't forget, maybe, yeah, you can pray, and also, yeah, please make sure your belongings and so on, so make sure that you bring anything that you need right there. Okay, maybe that's it. Okay, so for today we will go for the module 6 and lesson 1. Can we? It's about the introductions to web development. Okay, I will try to share my screen. Wait. Can you see my screen, Keanu?
Wait.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see your screen. Yes.
Okay. So for today, Keanu, we will go for the module 6 and lesson 1, yeah. It's about introductions to web development. So we go for discussion first. It's about the social entrepreneurship. So we have the startup idea for this one. So we've already considered a few startup ideas with the WOC Business Incubator. The question now, how can we figure out if a particular startup will be successful? And is it always right to focus only on the project's profitability and when creating a startup? So let's go. We try to answering this question. So for the social entrepreneurship, so the profitability of the projects is not always the main thing that makes it success. Focusing on the small projects that will make the world around us more technologically advanced and more comfortable to live in are a great way for aspiring entrepreneurs to start off. And social entrepreneurships, it refers to startups which aim at solving social, cultural, or maybe environmental problems.
Okay.
And what could make it hard to set up a socially
So
oriented
oriented
startup
startup
in
in
the
the
field
field
of
of
3D
3D
games?
game.
Okay,
Wait a
so
second, can I
we,
grab my drink? I can grab my
yeah,
drink.
yeah, like the Minecraft. We've previously,
Can I grab my drink?
oh yeah, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay, you can, yeah. So, okay. Hello, have you done, Keanu?
Okay, then we start.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you for answering me. Okay, so basically for it, okay, so what could make it hard to set up a socially oriented startup in the field of 3D games? Okay, so let's go. We see. So basically, we have the 3D game development challenges. Yeah. So in the last module, we've tried to develop 3D games and encountered a number of problems that are difficult to solve for now, which are first we have all the main players in the 3D games market are large companies. And then we have
Okay.
also developing 3D games is hard work and also takes a lot of time for to conduct this. And then it would be easier to develop a socially oriented startup for industry where the barrier to entry is set much lower for this one. So for this, we will try to go for web development. So a barrier to entry indicates how much effort and time it will take to start working in the chosen field. In the web development, the barrier to entry is not as high as it is for 3D games, which that will help us to quickly and also effectively develop a socially oriented projects for this one. So we will try to go for discussions which about the web development. So in this module, we will learn. So what we will learn about what technologies are, how to create a web page in HTML, how to style a page using CSS, and how to write a database query in SQL. Also, we will try to go for how to create a dynamic website and also how to organize how multiple users interact with the site. So we go first for the global web. So in 2021, the number of internet users amounted to almost 60% of the total populations of the world. That means that professions related to the filling the global web with the content are currently in demand more than ever for this one. And one of those professions is that of web developer. We can call it as web developer for this one, for the profession. And how can we become a good web developer? So there are more than 11 million web developers in the world. Yeah. I think that's so many for the web developers itself, which each with their own profiles and also levels. But however, more than half of the all companies and web studios are severely understaffed. It's turned out that there are lots of programmers out there, but it's still not enough. So basically, the opportunity to be the web developer is already good. Yeah, still good. Not all specialists can implement the entire cycle of creating a web project. We will try to take a look at what we need to learn to become a sought-after web developer. So basically, web developers works in the two areas. Yeah. So first, for the developing the client side, we can call it as front end, and also creating the server side, we can call it as back end for this one. And then for the front end itself, it refers to the part the user interacts with directly through the browser. That includes dynamic interfaces, menus, handling user actions, and also data exchange with the server. And also backend, yeah. So backend, it refers to the server part of the applications that is not visible to the users, which that includes the authorizations, also the storage, and also data processing for this one. And the
Okay.
question now, how can we become a good developer for this one? So today, the standard knowledge needed for web development includes the following. So we need to have the capability to use HTML and CSS, which are the basics of creating the sites, and also we have also need to go for the JavaScript or maybe Python. Yeah, basically on here programming language that help us to site feel alive for this one. And also we need to learn about the SQL also, which a tool for interacting with the databases and obtaining the information needed for the site to work. Okay, so now we go for the new topic. We can call it as how the internet works. So what is the internet for the questions? So basically for this one, yeah, the internet itself is a global computer network which designed for storing, processing, and also transmitting information for this
Information.
one. And where is the information stored on the internet? And how the computers get these informations? So basically it looks like this, yeah. So basically we have the internet connections. It's achieved between the two types of computers. So basically we have the client, and then we have also on the middle we have the server, and then also the client. So basically the client yeah just like me and you, yeah. Maybe I can call it as it's me, and it's you, Keanu.
Hey.
Okay, and we able to interact, and because of individual of us, we have the
Oh,
server which contains about the informations,
and the
and the
clients
client
want
wants
to
to receive
receive
the
that information.
informations. Okay.
So it's Wi-Fi.
Um,
Solid
which
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi? What Wi-Fi?
Uh, wireless connection.
No, it's not the wireless connections, but we need wireless connection for this.
Social media.
Uh, the social media we can call it as client. Okay, so because it's someone that requesting something. That's the uh, explanations about the client. And also server can be tough as a dedicated computer that's always connected to the internet, and it's meant to only provide the content
Content.
for this one. Yes. Also, the client programs also send information to the server. They usually do not store it there. So basically, it's not stored there for this one. And each computer connected to the internet has a unique IP address so that it can be recognized on the web. In Internet Protocol versions 4, we can call it as IPv4. Yeah.
IPv4.
Yes, it's an IP address is
Oh
4
yeah,
bytes
version
long.
4.
Yeah, and looks like combinations of four numbers from 0 until 255. So basically, it will look like this, yeah. We have the 1, 2, 3, and 4 segmented, yeah, as you can see. 91, 2, 3, and then 4. We can have also IPv6, yeah, for this one, Internet Protocol version 6. So basically, yeah, we have the 6 side yeah, for this one, yeah, which we have 16 bytes yeah, for this, yeah. We just need to multiply it by 4, and it will be 16 bytes. Okay?
Hey,
To make things more user-friendly, along with the IP address, there is also a system of domain names. There are a more human-friendly way to navigate the internet. Domains associates an IP address like 91, 198, and blah, 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 with a string of the text like wikipedia.org. Then interchangeable, we can go either this one, which is the number, or maybe we can also use this one, Wikipedia. So basically, when we open the Wikipedia, it will opening this. When we open, it will, I think, for example, yeah, maybe it's look like this. Maybe for the website, hi, maybe yeah. When we open with this number, it will open this. And when we open with the Wikipedia, it also will open this. So basically, the wikipedia.org, it just translating this number to be wikipedia.org.
what if I type the number in the browser, sir?
We will open the same site. So basically, what is Wikipedia.org used for? So it for translating from this number to be like this. So I think someone will able and also easy to understand, also easy to remember, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that's the purpose. So that computers can also correctly exchange informations. There are also system of rules or maybe protocols on the basis of which different types of data are exchanged. The most common protocols are, we can call it as FTP for the file transfer. We have also the SMTP for sending the emails, IMAP for receiving emails, IRC, IoT, it's for building the Internet of Things. We can call it as IoT.
What
and
is
also
Internet of Things, sir?
Internet of Things is just like, the robot.
Or AI.
The robot, and also maybe for now we have also maybe as you can see, yeah, maybe a robot that able to clean the floor. Can you see? Have you seen it?
Yes.
And also maybe the lamp that able to turn on automatically when we call it by we call the lamp. Maybe we have the name. Maybe for
is AI Internet of Things, sir?
It's most likely like AI, but it's not AI. So basically, IoT is just like it's like some device that we able to found, like as you can see, like the robot for cleaning the floor, and also like the lamp that able turn on automatically when we call it maybe hello Siri, turn on the lamp, it will turn on the lamp. So basically like that, yeah. And also we have also HTTP and also HTTPS, yeah, for changing HTML documents for this one. Okay, so basically the full sorry.
No.
Okay, so basically the full address of page on the internet includes not only the domain name, but also information about the data exchange protocol. Yeah, this kind of address is called as URL, or we can call it as Uniform Resource Locator for this one. Yeah, so basically we have the HTTPS on here for the protocol. We have also the domain, which is on here. Example, we have the wikipedia.org, and also we have the path, which is the wiki main page, yeah, for this path. And then we have also a site there, which is a set of web pages located on the same domain. So we can call it as web as HTTP, and also website for en.wikipedia.org. That means we opening the wikipedia.org. And then for the maybe the main page, HTML site, and also maybe when we go for the about, it will opening like this one. Next. So a web page is an HTML document similar to other files on our computer. So basically it's similar to other files. And also web browser is the program that we use to open this document. So basically, to open these documents, we can use the web browser for this one. And when we navigate to the English Wikipedia.org wiki main page, it will ask the computer to give us the
Give us
main
the
page of
main
the
page
document because
document.
we go for the main page. It will opening the main page. And in this case, our computer is the client. And then the Wikipedia server stores a file name main page. So basically, the client will request to the server, hey, I want to open the main page, and it will send us the main page, so we able to open the main page of Wikipedia. And
Oh,
also,
wait.
like that. So the file is not safe on our computer basically it displayed temporarily while
Oh, you
the
work
we
on
work
it.
with the browser That is why we always give the latest
Hmm?
versions of the file. So
But it
basically,
is not safe, mister.
sorry,
It is not safe. Why,
yeah,
why we get the latest version of the file?
it's not safe. It's not safe. It's just temporarily. It's not safe. So it will not use any storage and so on. So basically, it's not safe because of that. So it will not consume our
Oh,
storage. Okay.
okay.
Okay, how static sites work for now? So basically, static site returns the same document from the server whenever a particular resource is requested for this one. And for the sequence of the operations, so first, when the user wants to navigate to a page, so basically the browser sends HTTP request for this one with the URL of the HTML page. And then the server will retrieve the requested document from its file system. And then after that, the server will return some HTTP response containing the document and the status code 200. Okay, that means for success. And then also we have the server also may return different status code such as maybe 404, that means not found, if the file doesn't exist on the server. So basically, it will it will opening us the 200 okay, that means success, or maybe 404 not found for this one. And then how static site work. So basically, we have the files, which we have on here. We have the ready files, we have the HTML, CSS, and also others. It will go for the server itself, and then it will sending the server to the browser itself. Okay, it will, so basically we need to request something, maybe. Keanu want to open the, what's, maybe google.com, google.com,
.com.
google.com.
.com
So
in the
basically what,
browser.
yeah, the browser. So what you need to do is you need to open the google.com on here on the laptop, and then the browser will ask to the server about the HTTP request, and the server will check the files of that content of the Google. When it's ready, it will send back again to the server, and then the server will send you the answer. That means you already opened the Google page.
Okay, so basically the browser will ask the server and the server will search the files.
Yeah, and then we will get the files. That means the content of the Google. Okay.
Okay, okay.
And now how dynamic sites work. So previously we have the static, now we have the dynamic. So basically dynamic site can generate and return content based on the request URL and also additional data for this one. For example, a mail server page will display the name of the specific user and also the number of unread messages for the particular user for this one. All this information is stored in the database, and also when the user logs in, a web page is generated based on the information from the database. And when working with the dynamic site, new parts appear in the workflow, which parts of the site that make it dynamic. So we have the Python web
Python web
applications for this one, which process the HTTP request and also returns the response. And also we have the database here, which contains information to display on pages. So basically we have two kinds of this. And first for this one, so the browser will try to send a HTTP request to the server by using the URL and also access date. And also we have also the server will try to detect that the request is dynamic and forward it to the web applications for processing purposes. And number three, after that, the web applications will try to request the required information from the database itself.
Okay, okay.
And number four, after that, the web applications will dynamically create a HTML page by putting information from a database into HTML template. And then the web applications, through the server, it will return the generated document to the browser along with the success status code. And after that, the browser will display the resulting web page. So that's how it works. It's likely more complicated than static, as you can see. So basically, first one, like I mentioned before, you ask about google.com. You want to open google.com. It will ask to the server, and the server will go for the request, which is on here. It will check for web applications. And after that, if the content is ready, it will go for database and database will send the informations. And also alongside with that, it also will send the template for HTML, also CSS images and the others. And after that, it will send back again for the document. And then after that, it will send back to us, yeah, which is it will opening the google.com platform. Okay?
Yes.
So that's how it works. So now for the new topic, basic HTML terms. So HTML itself is the hypertext markup language. It's a language for creating web pages. So the browser interprets the HTML code and displays the content and also design of the page on the screen of a computer or maybe mobile device for this one. So the following is an example of paragraph in HTML. So we have the P for the paragraph. So we have the if, as you can see, if blah 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 Tetris, so it will be bold. So may anything,
Anything.
it's that I that means italic. So B that means for
Italic,
bold.
bold.
Yeah, bold.
P is
I
paragraph, right?
Yeah, P is paragraph. Correct. And achievement disappear. As you can see, the corresponding text in the browser above will look like this. If Tetris, as you can see, Tetris will be bold. Taught me anything is that mistakes accumulate. As you can see, it will be italic because we are using italic. And then also the achievement disappear. Also will be italic because we are
Oh,
using italic just like this.
okay.
Understood?
Yes.
Okay, so now for HTML syntax. So that we see inside the angle brackets is called HTML tag. They define the boundaries of the text, which must be formatted in a certain way. For example, we have the P or maybe paragraph tag denotes a paragraph of a text. As a rule, these tags come in pairs for this one. Don't forget to use the P tag for opening. It determines the beginning of the paragraph, and also use the /P also for uh, closing tag. That means, so can you see the difference between the P and /P?
Yes, P is opening, slash P is closing, right?
Yes, so that's the difference. How do we use this? Okay, next. Okay, so now for HTML syntax, as you can see, the only difference between opening and also closing text is the slash that precedes the tag name. So when we combine the start and also the end text and the content between them, we can get the HTML content. So basically, as you can see, so we need to use the P for this, and don't forget to use the /P for closing this. So we need the opening and also closing syntax tag. So it's for the opening, as you can see, /P. My cat is angry, and then for closing, we are using the /P. So basically, on here we have the content, which is the my cat is angry is the content, and for the element itself, we have the /P for the opening and also /P for the closing tag. So if we view this example in the browser, we will notice that HTML tags are not displayed on the screen. So the browser use text to know how style particular parts of the document. So basically, when we run this on our browser, it will showing my cat is angry in the paragraph. So basically, HTML text can have also attributes, which attributes contain additional information about how to interpret the text. For example, we have the href attribute, which used to define the address of a link that is created by using the a tag for this one.
What is the A tag? Attribute.
A, that means for we adding something like link. So
Oh,
we are
add.
using a for link.
Oh, href is.
Also, it's for the reference.
Okay.
Okay. What is
And
the A? Okay, so I will tell you on here. So basically, as you can see, Keanu, some HTML elements contains required attributes for this one. For example, when we inserting an image, we must specify its locations by using src attribute.
attribute.
So as you can see, so after this, we need to use the placeholder for this one. So the text examine, here are only a small part of what we use on here one on modern websites. We will try to take a closer look at some real examples for this one. So we will go for discussions, which is we will go for the code of a real website for this one. So we have let's take a look at the HTML source code of a real website page. We will try to use one of the oldest sites on the internet as an example. We will try to create it 1994 and still works, as you can see. A site about one of the first browsers, which we can call it as Netscape, as you can see on here. So as you can see, we have also likely some web pages that are already old. You will see, and we need to differentiate this with the modern. So as you can see, I will go here. So basically, how to know the code for this one? So basically, we just need to open this one. As you can see, it's the old of the web page, I think, yeah.
Yes.
So what we need to do, we need to right click on the page, select your view code, or maybe press on the keyboard Control Shift I.
With I. Oh, there's a shortcut. Okay.
Okay, maybe I will just introduce you. As you can see, yeah, it will look
Oh,
like this. So how to perform this? So basically, can you see my screen,
isn't
Ken?
that inspect element, right?
Yeah, inspect element, right? I think you're already doing this, yeah. We can also maybe if you want to explore, we can also change this. Welcome to Netscape. As you can see, I think I just need to click this. I need to click this. I need to find about the welcome. Click the Control F. I want to find for, as you can see, welcome to Netscape. I can change this to be hello Keanu. And as you can see, when I click enter, wait, where's that? Welcome to the page. You have, okay, I will change this to be hi Keanu. As you can see,
Oh,
yeah, as you can see, I changed this to be hi Keanu.
and what
And
does the title do?
sorry,
Title?
the title, okay, maybe it's, I think it's the image, I think, yes, so we cannot change that. Okay, maybe when I find this, welcome to, yeah, that's the, that's not the text, that's the image. I also able to change this maybe. To get around, okay, maybe I will change this. Keanu is hungry right now, maybe, yeah.
Yes.
When I click enter, can you see this? Keanu is hungry right now. Yeah, so basically it's the part of the inspect element. Yeah, we can also able to explore this one, Keanu. I think it's very fun, yeah, for us to using this by using
Ex
and utilizing the inspect element.
okay. There are hyperlinks to other pages also in this.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
also have also the
oh,
hyperlink. Yeah,
hyperlinks, yeah.
yeah, this hyperlink. When we click this, it will showing us some
Oh,
page. Yeah, as you can see, it will go here. Okay, okay. So I think we will go again, yeah, Keanu, yeah. Okay, so now we go for the HTML document structure for this one. So basically for HTML document structure, in order for us, for our browser to be able to navigate in HTML document, semantic parts, and if required, additional informations about those parts are marked with the special text. This markup is called the structure of an HTML document. The structure includes text. We have the doc type HTML, we have also the HTML, head, and also the body for this one. And to tell the browser that the document is written in HTML, we need to indicate that this is the first line using the doc type tag for this one, and the rest of the document is placed inside the HTML tag. So basically, how to perform this, we can use this one. We have the doc type HTML, we have the HTML, and then after that, we able to add something on here, yeah. So this is where the rest of the code will go. So basically, we will type something on here. And then additional information about the web page is placed inside the head element. For example, in the head sections, we can input the title of the page that is displayed on the tab. So basically on here, we type this one. So basically we have the head tag, and don't forget to close it. And we spell the title for this one, web developer blog for this one, a web developer blog. And we have also this one, the title and also the title. We have the opening tag and also the closing tag. And most of the
okay.
information
Oh,
placed in the head, okay,
it's
is
purely
purely,
functional.
yes, pure functional, and it's not displayed in the browser, yeah, with the exceptions of title. So basically, when we coding this, we will not see the code, yeah, instead of when we go for inspect. So we able to see that, but when we publish this to the browser, we cannot see the code directly. And everything that will be displayed in the browser window must be placed inside the body element, yeah, for this one. And typical HTML document structure, as you can see, we have the doc type HTML. We set the HTML tag. Don't forget to opening and closing. The head, can you see this? Head, and also the title, hello world.
Hello world.
We have also the body. We have the hello world for this one, and also this is a web page for this. Okay, when we creating an HTML document, we can also nest some elements inside the others. So basically, we have this one, we have the P, a quote from the B, which is the bold, yeah, we bold it as Steve Jobs, from the book, italic, memory, and imaginations. we have also the block code on here. So we said the computers by using the bolt are the most amazing tools I've ever encountered. They are the equivalent of bicycles or our minds. So basically on here, we set the computers to be both. And we set also the block code. Can you see that, Keanu, on the right? So the output will
Oh,
look like this.
Steve Jobs
From
from
the
memory
Steve
and
Jobs to be
imagination.
bold, from memory imaginations using italic. And then when we go for the block code, it will make a code just like this. Can you see this? Yeah, it will
Computers are
make
the most
a code,
amazing
yeah.
tools I've ever encountered. They're the
Yeah,
equivalent of a
it will
bicycle for our minds.
it will also give us the space, yeah, when we use the block code. As you can see, the space. Okay, because we are using the block code, yeah, just like you can see on here. Okay, so now for HTML elements for this one. So HTML elements, not all elements consist of opening and also closing text. Some HTML elements only have an opening tag only. They are self-closing elements for this one. We can call it as maybe BR, that means line break. Maybe we have also the image source. For inserting the image, we can use the image SRC and just type the image. And then also HR, that means for horizontal
Horizontal line.
line. And two types of HTML elements. There are two types of elements used in the HTML documents. Block elements are designed to structure the main parts of the web page by separating the content into related blocks. We have also the inline elements, which are designed to highlight a part of the text and
And
give
give
it
it
certain functions or maybe
so
meaning.
like apa ya? Wait. Underline.
Yeah, likely like that.
For block it's like what image?
Yeah, we will see it after this.
Okay.
Don't worry. Okay, so for the block
Oh,
elements, yeah, for block we can use paragraph, can like we use it at the first, yeah, we are using T for paragraph, and also the headings from the first level until the sixth level. So basically we have the sixth level of heading, which the biggest, can the H1 or H6?
H1 is biggest. H1, I think. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Any opinion? Bigger or not?
Bigger.
Okay, yes, that's correct, yeah. H1 is bigger. Correct, good. We have also the UL, yeah, which is the unordered list, or maybe numbered. We are using the OL. So basically ULs, it will be bullet list, like maybe like this. I spell makan and minum by using the UL. But when we go for OL, it will look like this. Makan and minum. Can you see the difference between the UL and OL? It's UL, it's OL.
Also, it's bullet points instead of numbers. Okay.
Yeah, by using UL, it will be bullet point. By using OL, it will be a number like this. And examples of inline elements, we have also the A, links, and bold highlighting. We have also B, and also we have also italic highlighting. Yeah, we can use I for this one for making it italic highlight. And also we have also the HTML titles for this one. So we have the headings, which are blocks elements, which have 6 different ranks from heading 1 to heading 6, like I mentioned before. As you can see, when we go for the heading 1, it will be the biggest. Can you see that heading 1, heading 2 until heading 6, the smallest. So heading 1 is the biggest. And we have also the B font for the bold. So basically, inline element makes the text bold for this one. So we set the P for the B. As you can see, danger, falling rocks. As you can see, it will look like this because we set the danger to be bold. Can you see this?
Danger, falling rocks. Yes.
And then also we have the inline element, italic, which allow us text to be italicized for this one. As you can see, when we go for the italic, it will make our text to be italic, just like this. Okay, I love
I
programming.
love programming. Okay.
Yeah. And list in HTML, so we have also the bullet list, which a list of related items where their order doesn't matter for this one. As you can see, like I mentioned before, the entire list is placed inside the block UL element, which is placed item is marked up with the li item or maybe list item. Can you see that? The difference between the UL As you can see, what's the output will when we use UL, Keanu? It will use
Bullet points.
bullet points, right? Yeah, because we are
Yes.
using
Oh,
UL.
Lee, what is Lee?
Is
It's
list item.
list. Okay.
List item. So it will be the item that we will input there. We have the orange, we have also the green, and also the blue. And also we have the numbered list consists of elements that are automatically assigned sequential numbers. As you can see, so the entire place inside the block, we have the OL element. Its list item is marked up with the list item element as in the previous case. So we set, as you can see, we're using OL. Can you see the difference, Kenu? We're using the UL and
Yes.
OL. Can you see
Oh,
the output? What's the difference?
the difference is that the bullet points is the UL and the number is the OL.
Yeah, right. When we use the OL, it still use the list item anyway. It's the same, the template is the same, but the difference is we use OL instead of UL. Also this one. And also the output. As you can see, when we are using OL, it will look like this. It will be numbered. List of either type can be also nested multiple times. As you can see, we set the OL. We set also the walk the dog, do your homework, and also we can able to nested this. We add this the UL inside this, and it will be the list. Okay, like next, as you can see, it will look like this, Keanu, because we state the OL at the outside of this, and then inside this we set the UL. Where HTML text must be closed in the reverse order of how they were opened. So we set the error, as you can see. We set the PI for the be careful, and also the correct for this one, yeah. Be careful. As you can see, can you see the difference, Kenu? What make it in error and what it make it correct? Why?
Wait a minute. This one, sir. I think this one.
Really?
Wait, hold on. No. It's like this one. This one is like
What's make it error for
like
the first?
and then but like kayak ini tuh. Is it okay if I speak in mister?
Sorry?
Is it okay
Yeah,
if I
that's correct,
speak?
yeah. It must
Yes.
be P, and then it must be P on here.
Yes.
Okay, it's incorrect. And on here, why it's correct? Because it's P at the very first, and the last part
P
must be
at the
P
very
also.
end, yes.
Yeah, that's make it correct, yeah, for this. And also, how to add the comment on HTML. So comments are ignored by the browser and can only be used by the people who write the code. A comment starts with this tag, yeah, to write the comment. We are using the less than and also exclamation mark and also a dash and ends with this. As you can see, when you want to type comment on the HTML, you can type just like this by using this opening and this closing. And you just need to type something on here. And it will not be printed. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now for the consolidations to the HTML elements. So for the summary, we will try to list the HTML elements that we studied today and their purpose. So basically, we have the doc type HTML, Keanu. So it for indicates the current type of the document. We have also the HTML, which a container that holds all content of the web page. We have also the head for additional information about the web page, and also title, which the title of the document that is displayed in the browser for this one. Next. And also for wrapping up, so as you can see, so we have also the body. It's about the content of the web page displayed in the browser window. We have also the P tag for the text paragraph, and also the heading from the heading 1 until heading 6 for different levels. We have also the A for a link, and also the IMG for display images. We have also the BR for the line break, and also HR for the horizontal line for this one. Also UL for the bullet list, when it means unordered, and OL for ordered list, that means numbered, and also LI, which is list item. B for the bold, I for italic, and also the blue hook for highlighting the long quotes. And also this one as a comment, yeah, to maybe add the comment or what, we can use this type, yeah, we can type it. Okay, that's it, Kenu. Let's go. We go for our task, yeah. And also it's also
Okay.
the end of our presentations, yeah. In the next time, we will learn also about the modern approach to web, the page design for the next lessons. Okay, let's go. We go for our task. Can you share your screen, Ken?
Okay. Look, wait. This one ya. Okay. Algorithm.
Okay, so let's go. We open
Okay.
for the lessons 23 ya. Creating web pages.
Okay. Wow, what is this?
Okay, lay our web page according to the sample. As you can see, fun facts. The Tim Berners-Lee first page, as you can see, the world's first page was created by English scientist Tim Berners-Lee on August 6, 1991. And it's still blah, 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 blah. Okay, how many people use the internet? So we must make it exactly the same like this one can. Okay? So as you can see, we have the example on here. So we need to format the text that tells about the history and also current level of development of the internet. Use HTML text to monitor document structure, headings, and paragraph. In the head sections, add the page title, which should match the text title for the fun facts. And when formatting the main part of the page, pay attention to the fact that some words in the text are in italic.
Italics or bold?
For
Okay.
creating headings, you can also see this. Bold italic, we can use the INB, document structure. We need to add the head for the general informations and also the body and also the paragraph by using the P. We can also run this, which to see what's the difference between this.
Oh,
So, okay, so what we need to type now to make it our result same with the example. So what we need to do, maybe I will go for this one first. So what you need to do now is we can type the head can. Head. So I want to add the head. So head for this one is fun facts. Okay, so
okay,
this one
wait.
will be the head.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it will be
Okay.
the title. Add this as title.
Oh, this is also title, the fun facts.
Fun facts, sorry, fun facts. And close this with title also. Anyway, to make it faster, we can also just type opening the maybe these brackets and also just click tab. Okay, when I run this, okay, it's still nothing. That's okay because that's the part of our uh, content. And now we tap the body because in the
Okay,
HTML
okay, okay, wait. Oh yeah, yeah.
in the body, let's go. We tap the heading one. Heading one, we have the fun facts. Fun facts. And close this with the heading one. Run this. As you can see, the fun facts already created.
Okay, wait, mister.
Okay.
Wait.
And then once again, I want to tap about the Tim Berners-Lee and his first page. So I can spell this as the heading two can because it's also bold, but it's smaller than the first page. I mean the first text. Okay, I've created the heading one and heading two. And now I want to create for the paragraph. So type the P on here. Okay, and then add this inside the P paragraph just like this. When I run this, as you can see, I've created for the first paragraph.
Hold on, sir. Okay, wait. First paragraph is line 10 ya.
Yeah,
This one is P. Okay. It has to be inside body ya. Okay.
okay, and then after that, we have also the how many people are use internet. Okay, just use the same, which we can use the heading to. Don't forget to click the tab, yeah. So make sure that it's aligned, yeah, with the content,
Body.
yeah, with
Okay.
the body and so on. Make the indentation for this, so it will be good. And then type the P and add this, and then just hit the slash P, and then the last part. Don't forget to close the body, yeah, because we already
Oh
opened the
yeah,
document.
and then the head ya.
Yeah. Oh, the first heading one is specified correctly. Oh, the first one is specified correctly. Okay, wait. Let me see. Head, head, body. Second level heading say okay. The second one is specified correctly. Paragraph. Fun facts.
But for me it's correct, mister.
Correct.
Yes.
Can you click checklist? Can you hit checklist mark?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, yeah.
We still have the field. It's already the same anyway. Oh, sorry. We haven't, as you can see, for example, we have the bold on the 4.5 billion and also 7.8
Oh
billion.
yeah.
Okay, don't forget to make it bold by using the B.
Do I
And
use
also
it
this one,
here?
B for the bill for the bold, that means.
Bold.
And this one also.
Yep. And then fun facts also ya.
Okay, and also this one for the Tim Berners-Lee. We need to also make it italic. Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, this one make it italic. Don't forget. Tim Berners-Lee. Okay. Okay, I think it's already good. Okay, now I pass this. You need to make the bold for the 4.5 billion, 7.8 billion. Not that fun facts, Keno. Fun facts already bold.
Text
Can you
formatting.
see my screen?
What is this text formatting, sir?
Okay, can you hit checklist?
Yep. Text formatting is specified correctly field.
We don't need to make our heading italic, Keno. Just make exactly
Oh.
with the example. So what we need to make italic is this one inside the paragraph, Keno.
Oh, okay,
Is
okay,
this
okay.
one, Tim Berners-Lee. We don't need to make our heading italic and bold.
Okay, wait. I forgot what the example look like. 4.5 billion ya.
Don't forget to make it bold. Okay.
Okay, done, sir. Yep, done. Okay, done, sir.
Okay, then.
Yes.
Okay, let's go for next number. Number 2. Format the web page you created in the previous tab. So basically, add an illustrations after its article. Insert links to the sources in the text where the user can get more detailed informations about the facts stated in the article. And we have also the links for the illustrations. Okay, this link, we will use this link.
It is where we
And also
use
the sources.
href.
Yeah, we will use the href for this one, Ken.
Yes.
So how to perform this? Maybe we can run this
Sir,
first, as you can see.
I kind of need to be quick because I have to pack for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's okay. We only, maybe it's around 10 minutes again, Ken.
Okay, Mister.
Okay, we need to make it most likely like example. So how to perform this? So we need to go for the Tim Berners-Lee, I think for the very first, So how to perform this? So we can go here, Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, this one. So add the link. So add the /a, and then once again we set the href, and then what's link what we need to add on here. So I will copy this for Tim Berners-Lee. Link to the sources, Keanu. We need to copy this.
Okay.
Copy this link, and then paste this. And don't forget to close it with the /a. Sorry, /a. Okay, run this. Okay, it will,
Wait. Oh yeah, must be.
yes, it's inside the,
Okay, wait. Yes.
href, Tim Berners-Lee.
Uh, yep.
If you're done,
Wait.
Tim Berners-Lee, okay, /a. Okay, Tim Berners-Lee like this. And after that, what we need to do now, okay, we need to add this one now for
Ah,
this.
wait. Why is it incorrect, sir?
I will add the image for this one. So
Why is it incorrect, sir? Wait.
it's okay if there's incorrect. Just
No. Wait. The link is specified correctly. Failed. Huh?
you need to copy this from this link.
Yeah, I did. I did, sir.
Yeah. And then what's wrong?
Okay, wait.
Okay, as you can see, I've opened the link.
The link is specified correctly. Failed. Huh?
Sorry. href, okay. Tim Berners-Lee /A. Just click run first. That's okay if you have any incorrect. The most important, we make it the same just like this one. So that's so that's what we need. Okay. Just follow my you can type just like me.
Wait. Okay, then, Mister.
Have you done?
Still incorrect though, Mister. No, not because of the link is not specified correctly. Yeah.
It's not specified correctly.
Yes.
Let me see. Don't click the checklist anyway. Just click the run for now.
Yes. Link is specified correctly. Failed.
Oh, sorry. Which file? Okay, sorry. Okay, make like me, Keanu. Can you just follow me? Follow how I type this.
The
Not
image
click
are
the checklist. Not
the image are specified correctly and the link is specified correctly.
okay. Don't click the checklist. Click the run first because we haven't finished.
Okay.
Okay, just click the run, and after that, I finished for the first page. I mean, the first image. I've inserted the first image for this, and after that, how many people use the internet? Okay, so just make it sure. We need to add something like this, yeah. So just follow the example. As you can see, the total populations, blah 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 blah. Okay, so now we go for the total populations. Where it's mentions total population. Okay, on here, yeah. So what we need to do on here, we need to go here. So basically, just type like the previous channel. So I think to type the href. Type this. Don't forget to close
Total
this.
population of Earth.
Okay, of Earth. Okay, until this, and then don't forget to add the /A. Run this. As you can see, total population. Oh, just type the. Where's the total population? I will type here the total population. Okay, are the same. And then I need to add this image on here. So basically just hit image with source. What source that I will add on here? I will add this image. Okay, for the second article, I will upload this. And close this. And try to run, as you can see. Now it look like this. And I
Okay.
able to pass
Great,
this.
Mister. Yes, I record. Yes, correct.
Have you passed this? Okay, good.
Yes, pass.
Okay, one
Okay.
more number, Ken. Okay, let's go for the last number, for the number 3. Correct the layout mistakes to get a beautifully formatted poop. In the title of the page, we have the tag title, slash title. Write the name of the poop and the title of the poem. George, Bourdon, Byron, and Don Juan. And link for the illustrations, we can use this. It's also about the heading. Yeah, we have the heading for the 4th level. And for the title, we are using the heading 1. And all the lines of the given poem, make one paragraph. Therefore, to get next line, do use the paragraph text. Okay. Okay, so how to perform this? So basically, as you can see, George Jordan Byron. Okay, so we need to make a title first. Can on here just type the title. Title. Okay, what's the title? Is the George Jordan Byron Don Juan. Yeah, so basically this one. I will type here. Okay, and then give the dot and then Don Juan here. Don't forget to add the slash title. Okay, I already created the hat. Already good for the hat. And after that, I will type the body for this. Okay, I will add this
Okay.
body. Okay, inside the body, I have the, don't forget to use the heading 4 ya, like it mentioned. Name what? Name George Gordon Byron. I will copy this with the slash heading 4, as you can see. George Gordon Byron, and then give for the Don Juan for now. So Don Juan will use the heading 1. Heading 1, we are using the Don Juan. Run this. Okay, very good. And now for the I want a hero, blah, 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 blah. So how to perform this? We need to make a break line anyway. So I will add this and make sure inside this body, I will give the tab again. And then, okay, one, until one, we need to type the BR. That means break line. Okay, one until, once again, new one. Give the break line again.
Okay.
This one also the break line. Just give this whole with the break line again.
Okay.
Make sure that it's the same like the example. Okay, how about this? Okay, I think it's already the same. And then the last part, what I need to do now is just adding the image with the image source. And then copy the link of this ya, Keno, for the link for the illustrations. Paste this. And then don't forget to close the body. And then,
Yes.
okay, and then just hit the checklist. And I've
Done.
finished this task.
Okay, Mr. Done.
Okay, let me see. Okay, good, Keanu. Okay, yes. So for our today's lesson, I already finished, Keanu. Yeah? So for today, we have learned about Module 6 and Lesson 1 on here. So we've learned about introductions to web development. So we learned about the web, how to create the web, how to perform the HTML code for here, especially, yeah. And in the next, maybe we will try to more learn about the HTML also, and also maybe we learn about CSS and how to perform and make websites for this one, Ken. Before we finish, any questions, Keanu?
No questions.
No questions. Maybe just like usual, Keanu, before we finish, can you summarize what you
We
already learned
learn
about this
about
lesson?
we learn about how the internet works and how how service provider works, and also the basics of web development. Yes.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah. So that's it, yeah, for our today's lesson, and also topic, yeah, for our today's lessons. Thank you so much, Keanu, for attending to this lesson, and also thank you so much for summarizing. Yeah, that's what we've learned. So we've learned, and we've also explored about the web development, how to perform the web development, especially for today's lessons. Yeah, so we are using the HTML. I think it's very basic for now, but that's okay. That's okay. I think it's also very challenging for us because it's something new. Yeah, in previous we've learned about Python, but now we've learned about HTML and also how to perform web development. Maybe that's it, Keno. Thank you so much for joining the class and the lessons. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. Yeah, maybe that's it. Thank you and see you in the next lesson, Keno. Good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.